Hey guys, this is Jamie from Impala Films coming at you on this rainy Sunday morning. And this is just a very brief post or release or whatever you want to call it, just to update you guys about the future of Haunted, the audio drama. So obviously, season one is now over. With part four of Echoes of the Dead releasing a week ago today. What I would first like to say is a gigantic thank you to every single person who has listened to the show, whether you listened to the whole show or you came in halfway through, or even if you only ever listened to like one episode and then decided the show wasn't for you. Thank you for listening to that one episode. I've just realised that you're probably not listening to this if you only listen to one episode, but I'm throwing it out there into the universe anyway. Thank you. Um, the show crossed 200,000 downloads this week, and that really is. I'm in disbelief about it. I almost feel like I'm going to wake up and it will have been a dream. Benton and I were aiming for 10,000 downloads by the end of the first season. So to hit 200,000 is just. I literally don't have the vocabulary to put into words how much that means to us. Um, it is an honor. It is humbling as well, to realize that it's definitely had. I don't know if it did for Benton, but I know for me, getting started on season two was actually strangely much more difficult. Now we know that there are people who actually like the show. It felt very. It was like a pressure that wasn't coming from anyone in the listenership or anything like that. This was entirely me getting in my own head. But there was like this pressure because all of a sudden it was like there's people who like the show. Oh my god, what if we let them down, etc., etc. Um, but season two is well on the way, and today's video, or should I say audio release, is just a quick thing to inform you about how much longer you might have to wait for more haunted content. So the good news is you don't actually have long to wait before there will be new haunted episodes being released on this feed. Starting Saturday the 3rd of December and going every Saturday all the way up till Christmas. So that's the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and Christmas Eve, the 24th. We will be releasing a Christmas special called A Very Haunted Christmas that features some returning guest stars. It's the first episode of the show where we were fortunate enough that we were able to record every actor in the room at the same time. So, in my opinion, the episode sounds a lot better than anything in season one because there was the actual ability to bounce off one another live, to feed on the energy in the room. I think it definitely really feels much more cozy, for lack of a better word. And we will probably try and release a trailer for the Christmas special if we can. It's a bit of a difficult month for us because I'm actually returning to my hometown to visit them for the first time in 2 years. I haven't seen my family in 2 years, and I'm going back there to visit them. And it's looking like, because my laptop is on the fritz, it's looking like I won't have any computer access for the whole week I'm there. So I don't know if we'll get a trailer edited in time, but we will try. The Christmas special is much more light-hearted than most episodes. It's definitely a comedy episode. We decided sort of very early in the process, actually, that we wanted very much for Haunted to be kind of like the X-Files, in the sense that, if you remember, the X-Files used to be able to change genre quite easily. So you'd have obviously sci-fi episodes, you'd have horror themed episodes, and they would, every now and again, they'd throw a comedy at you, and that's something that we definitely want to do. So that's the Christmas special. You'll then have a couple of months to wait, although we're hoping to get some bonus content recorded. Please do let us know what sort of bonus content you are interested in, because we're happy to listen to fan feedback on that. Um, I don't know that we'll be doing any bonus episodes as such. I know we've been asked to do bonus episodes, and we will if we can. Um, but we have to think about costs and things like that, because the second season is much bigger than the first season and is costing a lot more money. Um, but if you have any suggestions, feel free to hit us up on Twitter, on Facebook, or at our email address, which is info.impalafilms@gmail.com, and let us know what sort of content you'd like to hear during the season break. Season 2 will hopefully, I'm gonna put that little safety net there, will hopefully begin airing in March 2023, so 2 months after the Christmas special. I say hopefully because, as I've just said, season 2 is much bigger than season 1. We have other responsibilities that we have to take care of. We have a slightly smaller team this time because we obviously lost we lost Charlie, who unfortunately isn't working on the show anymore, purely because he had too many other things going on as well. There wasn't any dramatic fallout or anything like that. We're still really good friends with Charlie, and in fact he may be returning in an acting capacity in season 2. We haven't quite ironed that out yet. But season 2 will consist of 12 stories, all of them 4-parters. We're doing away with this thing where we keep changing how long the episodes are. In season 1, because you had things like The Signal was 6 parts, but then Tracks of Fear was 3 parts, and Photograph was 2 parts, but they were super long parts. We're trying to go for a more standard format in season 2, that I think helps with the pacing and things like that. We have started recording season 2, and I'm very, very happy with it so far. I actually think it's much improved from season 1 personally, because I think Benton and I are much more on the same page regards the writing, and the direction the show should go in. So I think that's really good. Hopefully it will be early March. We probably will be doing a bit of a weird release schedule with season 2, just because it's so big and I don't want it to run for the whole year, because that just seems exhaustive. Some of the episodes we'll probably do special releases where we release them all 4 parts in 4 consecutive days. We haven't quite decided that yet, but we will keep you up to date. Anyway, that's all I wanted to update you on. So thank you again for giving our little show the time of day, for listening to it, for sharing it, liking it, any reviews you've left, all of that stuff honestly means so much to us. It's difficult being an indie creator. There's obviously a lot of struggles with other pressures in your life. You know, most indie creators, us included, have to work a day job as well as what they're doing with the show. And it is pretty much all consuming. I actually cannot think of a time. It's been at least a year and a half since I had any time where I wasn't thinking about Haunted. So it means so much to know that there are people out there enjoying it. So thank you so much for that. We will see you again very soon. And if we don't speak to you before, I hope you enjoy the Haunted Christmas special starting Saturday, 3rd of December.